So guys, I am like super fresh faced. I know I look a little crazy, my hair is a little crazy. I'm literally still in my bathing suit. I just got out of the pool. It's 100 degrees here today, but I wanted to film this for you. It seems like that's kind of the little trend, is that it's always hot when I want to film things. So I am going to be doing a review on the Soul and the Mar palettes. This is the two palettes that they released. They released a couple more highlighters. I also got for the summer collection, I got the Super Shock highlighter in Showtime. I meant to get Double Down, but I ended up ordering Showtime by accident, so I will be using this as well. And then I just got a different shade in the foundation for when I'm a little lighter. As you can see, like right now I'm super dark. I have my foundation on, so I am going to just jump into the tutorial. It's just going to be solely really on the eyes, and then I will try the highlighter. The rest of the stuff I'm going to do off camera because it's basically like the same stuff that I always do. But I will go ahead and get into these two palettes. If you want to see a review on them, please continue to watch. These are the two palettes. This is the Mar palette and this is the Soul palette. So I want to obviously gravitate towards this palette because this is like more my color tone, color scheme kind of thing. But this palette is honestly the one that like sold me when I was thinking about buying them. They were $12 each. They retail for $12. They come with a mirror, as you could tell, which is awesome. And there are 9 shadows in here. They're about roughly the size of, I would say, a quarter, so they're decently sized. Don't mind my fingernail, by the way. I broke my literal actual real nail off with my fake nail, so that's where we're gonna be for the next few, like probably month at least. But yeah, so I want to gravitate towards this palette, but like I feel like I should try this palette at least. So I guess what I'll do is I will, oh no, my shadow's coming out of this palette. Okay, just push it down. Okay, I pushed it down. So I think I'm going to try to stick with this palette today. I will dip into the Soul palette as well to do some of like the transition shades, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick with this palette. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to jump into the Soul palette, and I'm going to take the shade Dynamite right here, and I'm just going to like apply this all over my crease and all over my lid. My eyes were primed with my Makeup Revolution concealer and set with my Wet n Wild powder like usual. Next thing I'm going to do is jump into the Mar palette, and I'm going to take the shade right here, and it's called Boozy, and I'm just going to apply this a little bit lower in the crease. As you can see, I took this crease shade up a little bit higher, and this is just to extend my eye shape because I do have smaller eyes, but I'm just going to apply this right in the crease. Thing I'm going to do is go into that Mar palette, and I'm going to take the shade Sorbet, and I'm just going to take this right on my finger, and this is like a yellowy coppery gold. It feels a little dry, but I'm going to try to put this right on my lid. So as you can see, there's a nice color payoff, but I don't know if you could tell up close, there is a little bit of fallout, so I'm just going to take the rest of it on a brush and kind of just try to spread it around dry at first. And like, if you could tell in the pan, there is a little bit of fallout as well. It's just a drier texture, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, I would definitely say a finger swatch picks up more product. So I'm gonna go right back in with my finger and just apply this messily to the lid, and then I'll clean it up with a brush. I am gonna go in with some Fix Plus and just spray my brush and then get some more shadow and see what happens. I'm thinking maybe just the wetness of the Fix Plus will apply the shadow much more intense. So I would say the Fix Plus has definitely intensified the shadow, but I want to just bring you a little closer so you could see. I do have a decent amount of fallout in there. The shadow is like not crumbly, but it's just the texture of it is a bit more dry. But overall, like if I bring you up close, I know my skin is like crazy right now. But on the lid itself, it's pretty pigmented. I'm just gonna go back in with my crease brush, and I'm gonna go into that shade Boozy right here, and I'm just gonna clean up my crease quickly, and then we will go on to the lower part. So I've decided that I want to do like a little bit of a sparkly glam kind of look. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take this shade right here, and this is the shade HWY, which is Highway. And I'm going to put this on the outer V of my eye. I was going to put a matte color, but I kind of just want to do shimmers all over the lid. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the shade Detour, and it's like this pretty like champagne-y with a peach shift, and I'm just going to apply this right to the center of my lid. Obviously, like, I don't need any more, but I'm just trying to like maximize the use of all the colors in the palette. Finished the rest of my face makeup. I'm just wearing the Colourpop foundation, the Colourpop bronzer. Let me check it. It's in the shade. Okay, well, I bought this when they first came out, and this says Pressed Powder Face Highlighter Bronzer, and there's no shade. So I'm not sure, but this is the Colourpop bronzer I'm wearing on my cheeks. I'm wearing the Morphe blush palette in Pop of Coral, and then the Benefit Goof Proof eyebrow pencil, and Kiss blowout lashes in the style Beehive, as well as Colourpop concealer mixed with the Makeup Revolution concealer and the Colourpop banana powder on my face. I'm gonna go back in now to the Mar palette, and I'm gonna take this really pretty like blue shade right here called Gridlock, and I'm just gonna put that right under my eyes. Now this shadow did have some fallout, so I am gonna have to clean up under my eyes afterwards, but and I am going to run this like lower under my eyes, only because I'm going to put mascara on, so it will cover it up a bit. Just cleaned up under my eyes and added some mascara, and I'm just going to get in a little closer so you guys can see. This is the finished eye look. I'm not a fan, like this eyelash looks a little wonky. It's like curving in. But yeah, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to test this for the sake of the video. I think what I'm going to end up doing is swatching it on my hand, and then the highlighter that I'm going to use is going to be a different one, or I might use this as like a blush topper, only because this is definitely not the highlighter I was hoping to get. The one I wanted, the double down one, was like a peachy pink gold shift, and this one is like a lavender ice. So it's definitely not going to go with this look at all, but like I'll show it to you just for the sake of showing it to you. It reminds me almost a lot of Spoon, and I don't like Spoon, but I'm just going to swatch it for you guys. It's the Super Shock formula, so if you could see, it's like a lavendery pink shift, and like it's really pretty, but it just doesn't go with my skin tone right now, or like even this look. So I am gonna go off camera and just apply my highlighter, and then I will be back with my finished look. So this is the finished look. I just applied the Colourpop Electric Slide highlighter to my cheeks, and I finished it off with the Morphe Bretman Rock highlighter collection. I really like these eyeshadow palettes. I'm gonna go and play with the Soul palette off camera. I might do like a quick Instagram tutorial on it. I was actually pretty surprised at how many warm shades were in the Mar palette. They were both pretty warm toned, but I think that they had marketed this one more as like a cooler toned palette, but I see more warm tones in this. I'm not sure if that's exactly how they marketed it, or if that's what someone said on Instagram, like a comment. I just remember hearing that this was the more cool toned palette. I really like this palette for the summer. I don't necessarily know if I would wear this past the summer, because, well, I would, but not the blue shades or anything like that. Usually I stick to doing color underneath. Obviously, as if you guys watch my videos, you know that's kind of my typical comfort level. But as far as the shadows go, I think that they're a pretty good quality. Colourpop is always really good quality. I really like their shadows. There are some that are just kind of like meh, but again, for the price, $12 for 9 shadows, if it takes a little bit more work, it's okay. Overall, the look is really pretty. My skin is going crazy right now. Like, for some reason it's really dry, but it's really hot out, and I've been moisturizing it a lot, so I am going to go ahead and just take all this off now. I just did this to film, but this is the final look. I hope you guys liked the video, and I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did enjoy watching this, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I will link everything below the Colourpop palettes. I'm not going to link all my face products, only because I usually link them in other videos, but I will link all the Colourpop products that I used today down below. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.